slicing a cube. Come on, y'all, let's discuss. That's the frame. Dropping hitters till he's putting lanes to shame. Hilarious for real, got the nation on the buzz. Got them tuning in like they addicted to the love. She the queen of the trends, no fake, no fraud.
Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome to Tootie Toxins. It is Sunday. Happy Sunday. And I'm not going to be on here too long today, y'all. So, yesterday was my wedding anniversary. So, happy birthday. Happy anniversary, babe. And we went to see the Superman movie. It was good. I really liked that Superman movie. And then we went to my sister's house because my cousin's in town from Mississippi. So we drank and party and bougie and party and bougie. And I'm up early and everybody else is in the house sleep. So I'm going to get through this real quick before people wake up. How was y'all weekend? Yes, I'm a heathen. I'm not at church this morning. And I'm not going. But how was y'all weekend? How did y'all weekend go? Y'all know, today we just talk about two little small things, Shannon Sharpe and the Epstein files that's been everywhere. So come on, y'all, let's discuss, okay? I sound a little low. Let me get my energy up. Come on, y'all, let's discuss. I don't know if y'all seen, because I talked about it last time, that Shannon Sharpe, the first court date came. And you can go watch my previous video because, but I'm going to sum it up right now. So the first court date came and it was reported that Tony Buzzbee wasn't at court. Now he's the attorney for the Jane Doe, the OnlyFans model that the white girl that Shannon met when she was 19 and he was in his 50s and was in a relationship, and she's alleging that he R-worded her. So what was odd about the case is that people were saying when you file our different attorneys were saying what was odd is that when you first filed the lawsuit, Shannon Sharpe attorneys are supposed to send a response within 30 days, and they never sent the response. But then they had this first court date that her attorney didn't show up for. And so Tony Buzzbee came out and was like, I ain't never miss no court date. I don't know who y'all playing with. Okay, what had happened was that Shannon Sharpe them been working behind scenes, seemed like they're trying to come to a deal. Because in this court date, the first court date that Tony Buzzbee wasn't there, they asked for extension. And most extensions is maybe, a week or two. This extension was 45 days, which led many to come to the conclusion that they're going to work on a deal in that and within that 45 days, by the time that next court date, they're going to either settle or drop the case or whatever it may be. So Tony came out and said, we didn't miss no court date. What had happened was we had been talked about this, and this court date, Shannon Sharpe attorneys were supposed to cancel this court date. There was no need for me to be there. So let me show you. And he put this stuff on Twitter, which is now X. And then he came out with a statement saying that we have reached an agreement. The case is officially closed. Everybody like, no. What happened? But the way his statement looks, you can see in there, and that statement was probably part of the agreement, like it had to be worded a certain type of way, because it doesn't say anything about him settling. It doesn't say a money amount, and it doesn't say the statement goes something like they were in a toxic relationship, pretty much. And I'm like, wait a minute, a toxic relationship and our word is two completely different things. So you ain't gonna straighten that up, and Shannon Sharpe ain't gonna make that part of the settlement. You just gonna let people think you didn't R-word this young white woman. Okay, y'all see it. This is Tony Buzzbee, Twitter. So he says on April 20th, 2025, the Buzzbee law firm filed a complaint in Nevada making several allegations against Shannon Sharpe on behalf of our client. Both sides acknowledge a long-term, consensual, and tumultuous relationship. Shannon Sharpe, 48, was convicted of 2 counts of sexual assault, 1 count of sexual assault, and 1 count of sexual assault. Shannon Sharpe was sentenced to 10 years in prison. After protracted and respectful negotiations, I'm pleased to announce that we have reached a mutual agreed upon resolution. All matters have been addressed satisfactorily, and the matter is closed. The lawsuit would thus be dismissed with prejudice. So the Shannon Sharpe case is closed, y'all. That's it. That's all. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find the one about him. There it is about the missing the court date. He said, "No, we didn't miss a hearing. We don't miss hearings. What happened was that Sharpe legal team agreed that we didn't need the hearing, but they mistakenly failed to remove it from the court docket. Here's the statement they issued." So first hearing, Shannon Sharpe, 50 million sexual assault lawsuit delayed as defense issue apology to court. So that's what the thing told him. Like, you ain't gonna fuck up my name talking about I done missed a damn court date. I be damn lies you tell. No, we did not. That was their fault. They were supposed to take it off the court docket and they didn't. So I didn't miss nothing, okay? And if it mess up my good name out here in these streets. So that's the Shannon Sharpe case, y'all. That is closed. That is over with. I don't know if we're gonna ever know what happened, but it's closed. Now let's move on to this Epstein's file. I made a video about about Trump and Epstein friendship, 15-year friendship in November. So go watch that video. It's about 30 minutes. I'm gonna sum it up really quick. The video has more dates and names and details. I'm gonna try to recollect off the top of my head. So the last name is Wolf. He's an author. He's writing Epstein biography. He was writing a book about him in Trump. So he was meeting with Epstein. He has these recordings of Epstein. He say, things that he was talking about on a podcast, things that Epstein have talked to him about throughout this time. So according to this man, and this is what supposed to be according to Epstein. Like I tell y'all, it's a 30-minute video. Go watch it. Like the video as y'all come in watching me right now, but go back and watch my old video, okay? Because I put my time in it. Now, what he said was that him and Trump, Epstein and Trump, was friends for 15 years, but they was best friends for 10 years. Now, initially, Trump didn't really like Epstein because Epstein's from the gutter. The Epstein made his money from, what I'm saying? He one of the ones like self-made. He didn't come from old money like Trump. He actually made his own money, worked his way up, and became a millionaire. So, and at this time, Trump had money issues. So there was like a jealousy and a rivalry, like they was like kind of like frenemies. Trump was known for, I'm sorry, before I continue, somebody had recently told me that the views and stuff, like y'all know I talk, if y'all have watched before, I talk about politics sometimes. And people's like, okay, well, you got to put into mind that half of America voted for Trump. And you could be like isolating his base because I be on here telling the truth. I be on here, reading the stories and talking about what's going on in politics right now. So I was like, I didn't even think about that. So I was like, you know what? To the Trumpers, the MAGA people out there, I want to take the time. If y'all don't watch my videos and got offended, I want to take the time right now to apologize to y'all and tell y'all I am truly sorry that y'all such little soft bitches because baby, I'm only over here reporting news, and I'm bringing up the articles. I'm showing you where you get the information from. So if you don't be mad at me, be mad at him. He out here doing these tariff and snatching people and shipping them to other countries. I ain't doing it. I'm going to work, trying to make my money while I still got a job. Okay. I thought y'all like toughness. I thought that's what y'all voted for him for, because y'all like toughness. I'm a gymnast too. I'm a spit it from the hip, okay? I thought this is what y'all wanted. No, you don't like it in females? I guess I got to be grabbed by the pussy first. Let's continue, y'all. I need Jesus. Everybody do me. Pray for me when y'all go to church, okay? Now, like I said, they was friends and they became best friends in the last 10 years. Epstein really made his money himself. Trump made money from, family. And when they Trump was known to try to sleep with his friends' girlfriends, the wives. That was the thing, to sleep with his friends' spouses, with their wife, with their girlfriends, whatever. It was a thing of his. He said Trump would also, like, in order to sleep with the wives, what he would do is call the wives into his office, right? And he'll call his friend and have them on speakerphone and talk about the bullshit that they didn't get into, like the women they done mess with and shit, so the wives can hear it. And then I guess they'll end up revenge sleeping with Trump. Anyway, another thing that I was like was crazy to me that people won't really even talk about is that Epstein had a plane. And at this time, I told you Trump was having money issues. Trump filed bankruptcy, I think, 5, 6 times. But he was having money issues, but rich people money issues. Ain't like he was broke, but he was having rich people money issues. But Epstein was out here buying property and was making money. So the reason they fell out was over this one property that Epstein was about to buy. And he said Trump was good at like coming and telling you how much the property would be worth, blah, blah, blah. Is it good to buy or not? So he had asked Trump to come look over the property. And he wasn't worried about Trump because of how much the property cost. He was like, Trump can't afford it. He didn't worry about it. So Trump came and looked over the property and this motherfucker then went behind Epstein back and borrowed money from other people in order to outbid Epstein because he knew how much Epstein was bidding for. It's his friend. They had talked about it. And he borrowed money from other people. And Epstein wasn't worried about it because he ain't got that money. He can bid all he wants to. He ain't got the money. Didn't know he had borrowed money. He borrowed the money from other people, bought the property up under Epstein. That's how they fell out. So Trump ended up getting the property, and he sold it within like 45 days. Guess who he sold it to? One of Putin's friends. He sold it to one of Putin's friends within 45 days and made roughly, I want to say, around $40 million off the property. So he was able to pay back the people he borrowed the money from, and he made a good $40 million. And then what's funny about this airplane is that before this, I said Trump was in financial problems. He was having financial problems. Epstein had this, at this time, it was becoming famous for millionaires. This was the time millionaires were starting to buy airplanes. They own private jets and stuff like that. But Epstein had this big old, almost like a 747, and Trump was envious of it. So Epstein's there with his models, girlfriends, and Trump's on the plane, and Trump trying to shoot his shot at Epstein's girl. And the girl was from she was a foreigner. So Trump is trying to, hype himself up, telling the girl about how he got what's it called, Atlantic City, and Epstein told him and how he the king of that, and Epstein was like, "Oh, that's white trash shit city, so he's just the king of white trash." But when this stuff happened with Epstein, Trump was on the campaign, flying around the world, whatever. They say his plane went down after Epstein unalived himself. They say Trump plane wasn't acting right. But so coincidentally, like he ended up banning Epstein old airplane. Yeah. Now, what happened with Epstein is that, Epstein was known for, he went to jail because he was messing with little girls like 14, 15-year-old R. Kelly type stuff. And he was recruiting them. Like he'll get one from the high school and then have that one go recruit other ones from her high school and bring over with him to his house and going over to these islands and things of that nature. So when he first got caught, y'all, he got caught years ago. But the person who was the DA who was in charge of the case ended up with this sweet little deal that he made with Epstein, where Epstein was literally out in the world and then would just come like at bedtime and come back to prison and sleep. Like, and they called it a work release. Yeah. I was like, never have I ever heard of that shit before. But Epstein felt like that Trump was the one who got the case reopened up because he did his time, if you want to call that time. He did his time, and uh, then Trump ended up getting in office, and he was over the FBI. So once he did his time, Trump got in office. They reinvestigated that case because they was investigating the men who actually let him get this sweetheart deal. Because once Trump was in office, this guy got promoted to, I forget what position. That's why I said watch the old video, because it tells you the names and the positions. But he got promoted to a higher up position. And so now a newspaper was investigating the guy who's now in this higher position. They was investigating him, and they end up finding out about this Epstein sweetheart deal that he gave Epstein. Now FBI reinvestigated this Epstein, and that's how the Epstein case got brought back up and how he got thrown back in jail. Now Epstein is a legend that he got pictures of Trump and Trump with girls on the island. He said with Trump with younger girls. The guy, the author of this book, said Epstein would take out the pictures and bring them and show him the pictures, so he know the pictures should have been at Epstein house when the FBI raided the house. So he said one picture was of Trump with younger girls, and he had a stain on his pants, and the girls was laughing, like pointing at the stain on his pants. So he said Epstein would keep these pictures, I guess it's like blackmail or whatever, and would pull them out, and pulled it out and showed them. That's what the man alleges. Now, y'all don't get on here, get mad at me, because this is what this man said. I'm just reporting what he said. So, y'all know Epstein goes to jail. He get unalive. The lady Maxine, who was one of the ones who, was the main person. She was the female who's in jail now that would go out and recruit these girls for Epstein. And they said she was just as mean and nasty as him, and she would do stuff with them too, along with him. So she's in jail now. It's being said that Trump was thinking about pardoning her when she got arrested, but advisors was like, no, it'll make you look bad. So when Trump was running, there's all these conspiracy theories about Epstein, that he did not unalive himself, that he have so many people who was on this island because one lady, and I know this the only lady who didn't use Jane Doe, came out. She got pictures with the prince, the royal family, and said he was one of the peoples that that Epstein supplied girls to. And the man like, I don't even know her, but then it's a picture. I never met her before. It's a picture of them together. Epstein, Maxine, this young girl, and the prince. Not Harry. He's prince through bloodline, father down. Now, so people want this. They wanted the Epstein file released. So Trump was running and saying he gonna release these files. He gonna release these files, right? And he got all these big influencers who was just like, yeah, because putting Trump in office is gonna get us all the government secrets, because he don't like government secrets. He gonna release everything. Martin Luther King, JFK, he releasing it all, baby. And Trump said, he was asked, are you going to release the files? He said, yeah, I'm going to release them. He's like, I don't know, not so much of the Epstein, because, we want to protect people, and them bad allegations could cause. I said, when have Trump ever thought about the effect on somebody else? That was the first like spidey sense that went off like, He's talking about himself. He's talking about himself. So what had happened was there were files already had been released with the Epstein. So when Trump said he gonna release the files, he re-released the same files that was already released. He did a big news coverage with all these influencers holding this book that says Epstein files, and they were all like, yeah, and they got those files, and it was the same. And they realized it was the same damn file. So now they mad again at him, like, where's the Epstein list? Pam Bundy, who's over the DOJ, said, it's on my desk right now. We're going to release it soon. Hey, I think I got the time list for that. Yeah, that was February. I'll show y'all. Okay. So February 21st, this when Pam Bundy went on the news and she said the Epstein list is sitting on her desk. So then it's July. Everybody like, wait a minute. In February, you said it's on your desk. What is taking so long, lady? Where is this list? So then she come out and said July 7th. She was like, what list? You gonna believe me or your own lying ears? There's no list. So they said on July 7th, the Epstein client list does not exist. On July 7th, she said it don't exist. So then July 12th, Trump say the files, there are Epstein files, but they was written by Obama, Clinton, and Biden. And I said, what in the, if y'all gonna believe that Obama, Clinton, and Biden had these files that contains the list, and so if you saying they written by them, I'm assuming you got to be up in there somewhere because you trying to put this shit on these Democrats. Now, if it's written by Obama, Clinton, and Biden, that means they didn't have these incriminating ass files on you. Then let you run for president twice and win twice. No, you ran 3 times. You won twice. And they never dropped it. They never dropped these files on you. They created this file to have it. Like, what are we saying here? This makes no doggone sense. So now the MAGA, they mad, baby. But because before, let me see, the big influencer, there was a Cash Patel, who's now over, who was he over the Secret Service? He been promoted. The big influencer who was saying release these files before Trump got in office. He put them all in positions. He put them all in positions where you like one what's his name? Dan something. But he's over the FBI. So now you working for Trump. He put them all in top tier positions that they pretty much he's the boss of. So and they did all this about releasing the Epstein file. Now they all got to bow down and be like, well, there's no files. There's no files. And Pam Bundy like, well, when I said is the Epstein, no, they're saying there's no list. So Pam Bundy, who's over the DOJ is saying, Department of Justice, she's saying, oh, when I said the list was on my desk, what I meant was it was like videos, and all the videos is child P, PORN. So I can't release that. So there's no list of clients. That's just like the different stuff that's in the file, and we can't release that because we still trying to protect the people who's in there, as far as the kids, and they said that nasty horrible stuff we can't release. Donald Trump got mad and like, y'all still talking about these damn files, okay? All that's going on in the world, and Texas is flooding, and y'all talking about the Epstein list. Don't nobody care about that list. And his base was like, the fuck we do? You ran on it, we want it. Bring that ass here, boy, and have them files with you, baby. So Elon Musk, he the one started it off on Twitter when him and Trump, broke up and shit. And Elon Musk was a scorn X. He put all that shit out there. Like, you know why he ain't releasing that? It's because his names is in it. So everybody bagging back, and everybody is now saying that the ones that's now in these positions, Pam Bundy, Cash Patel, they are now saying that, oh, we looked over everything and the files, there's files, but there's no Epstein list. And we're going to release the video of the Epstein, the prison that he was in. We're going to release this 10-hour video, and he unalived himself. Nothing happened. Nobody did it. He unalived himself. They released this 10-hour video, and then initially people watching it found out that there was 59 seconds missing. And it's like, oh, well, all that happens is at 12 o'clock each night. This is an old system from the 90s, 12 o'clock each night. The system like reboots or like whatever it does, resets or whatever it does. That's why the 59 seconds is missing. And that's not enough time to like That ain't enough time to kill nobody. Like you need at least a couple of minutes if we're gonna strangle the man to death because Epstein's neck was broken. So like that, you ain't finna do that in no 60 seconds in 59 seconds. Sorry. Then came out that additional 2 minutes and some seconds is gone. So a total of like 3 minutes. Now everybody like, oh, wait a minute now. Now you can do it in 3 minutes. So so after that, let's see. So after they release that, then they saying so now I think right now at this point, the latest is that Donald Trump said that they're going to release the grand jury deliberation transcript from the grand jury of Maxine. That's the woman who's still in jail right now. They're going to release that. And lawyers are saying that's going to be, it's pretty much something, it might be another like throw the rock hatch a hand thing because she is still in jail, and I want to say her lawyers are still like fighting the cases, trying to go through appeals. So it's going to be pretty hard to release the transcript because the case is still like this. Is just probably something you're saying to get people mad from off of it for a while to distract pretty much because if the case is still ongoing, you can't release that. So it's gonna be like I did what I can. Like I said, release it. And so Pam Bunny then she signed the forms to get this release, and we're gonna see what happens, y'all. We're gonna see whether or not that's gonna happen. I don't know what y'all think. Y'all drop it in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to like the video too. Now, what y'all think? Do y'all think that first of all that these grand jury transcripts is going to be released? Is any more files not re-releasing the old files? Do y'all think more things are going to be released? Oh, I forgot about the baby. There's been so much going on with this Epstein. Okay, and also it is being reported Donald Trump trying to sue this this news outlet because the news outlet released a story that said that in the Epstein files there is a birthday card from Donald Trump, and where he says, wishing you the best with, uh, continue with more wonderful secrets, and it's drew like an outline of a woman breast. And Donald Trump was like, baby, I don't even know how to spell. Y'all, that ain't what he said. He what he said was that I don't draw. I have never drew pictures. Like they're lying. And now they are suing the newspaper who made this article. And he's saying because we had told them this was fake and they still released it. So they suing them. Y'all know they had sued Paramount and who else? That pretty much they bowed down. They just bowed down. They just kissed the ring because every lawyer under that I have heard talk about it, whether it's Republican, Democrat, conservative, liberal, every lawyer has said that he did not have a case. Donald Trump sued them because of the VP Harris interview that they did, where they asked her about the Israel, the war, and her answer was trash. With the and yes, I'm a VP Harris, but I'm also honest about my opinion. I try to be unbiased. So her answer was trash, and and the way that they ran the commercial for, he's saying that they edited her response, but they didn't. Like they did the promo was a shorter response, but when they ran it, they included what the whole of what she said. Like when he did the Epstein, when they asked him about the Epstein files, the promo, it was just him saying, "Yeah, I released it." But when they ran the whole thing, it was him stuttering and making it and like, "Well, not all of it. We got to look into it." Blah blah blah. So that was the same type of thing, and he sued them for it. I'm like, it ain't like it made a difference. You won the damn election. But he sued them for it, and they pretty much just bowed down and paid out the lawsuit. So now I guess he like shit, it works. And so now he's threatening to sue this newspaper who released that he sent Epstein a birthday card. And he's saying, you know, I didn't do that. I never did that. I never drew some tatas and and said, let's for many years of wonderful secrets, we're keeping wonderful secrets or whatever. Y'all get the gist of it. But let me know. Do y'all think he drew them titties? Because if he can grab people better, I mean, drawing titties ain't too far of a stretch. You know what I'm saying? But do y'all think these Epstein files would ever be released? And what else? Yeah. Do y'all think Epstein unalived himself, or do you think it was done because of the client list had very high profile people in it? And do you think Trump is in now? So yeah, that's it. I better get on up out of here because I need to eat. I'm hungry. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. I don't know. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all want to talk about next. Because I know I have to talk about those twins, but I don't know if I'm gonna get on here today to talk about it. It might be tomorrow a lunchtime thing, or y'all. I usually do lunchtime or around like 4:35. So drop down and put in the comments some things y'all want to talk about, and I may break it up. Other than that, I'm finna get up out of here. If there's nothing more for y'all, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will catch y'all next time. Bye.
The night blind, yeah. Yeah, scroll in the tube, found a star in the chaos. Dirty spitting facts like a modern day seance. Trending waves, politics in the spotlight. Raw with the wit, hits you sharp like a frostbite. Come on, y'all, let's discuss her anthem, her creed. Breaking down the drama, uncovering the greed. Laugh through the truth, it's enlightenment with flair. 2D talk sense, ain't no nonsense over there. Come on, we tuned into 2D's